Shatta Wale'S arrest, pure witch hunt. And this is a gentleman called Bullet. Who is talking? Now, Bullet used to be a rapper called a Tuo Aboba. A Tuo Aboba, which simply means bullet in the Tree language. In fact, he was, an underground artist. A few people got to know him in the days of hip life. But somewhere around 2008, thereabouts, he and another artist who also was in the days of hip life, and he called himself Osrane, which means the moon. They came together because this guy here was a rapper and Osrane was a singer. So made a good deal, and they decided to call the rapper the Ruff, and the smooth, slim, handsome gentleman with the silky voice, the Smooth. So they became known as Ruff and Smooth. We all remember their hit song Swagger. It was a big hit all over Ghana. They had Sex Machine. It was big both in Ghana and also in Nigeria. And when they came on stage, they had their own style. It came out that Bullet was the one writing 99% of all the songs. According to Bullet, one day, Osrane, who had changed his name to Akan, walked up to him and told him, you know what, boss man, I need us to break apart so that we can do solo projects. But the whole truth about the issue is this. A prophet told one of them, and I don't want to make it public, that, listen, you guys should break apart. One of you has a bad spirit that is dragging the group back, so you must break. And this person listened to the prophet and decided to step back. In fact, prophets like Kewa also prophesied to them that the group was on the brink of breaking apart. So, when Akan walked up and said, you know what, let's break apart and do our solo projects, it was a welcome decision to Tuo Aboba. But he later denied it and said that he never went to Bullet to say let's break apart. It was Bullet who signed on a new artist by name Ebony, who later became Ebony Reigns, an artist that I truly love. We all remember when she came out with the very first song, a dancehall song, big tune. She had a whole different style. Her looks were splendid, beautiful shape. Oh my God. And on stage, she had a way of wowing the people. Ebony. According to Akan, his partner, Ruff, decided to throw his weight 100% behind Ebony. And therefore, they didn't even have time to deal with the group. So what happened? They split apart. Akan decided to go on a solo project. He is still struggling to make a minor hit. After all, in Ghana, it is not good songs that make hits necessarily. Anything can be a hit, depending on how deep your pockets are. And now that AI is here to make faceless music, it's even more difficult for good music to make any hit. My brother, my sister, this is Ruff and Smooth. So Ruff went on the left, Smooth went the other way, and Ruff decided to open up a certain record label known as Ruff Town Records. And this Ruff Town Records, oh gosh, became huge. It signed on people like Ebony, who became Ebony Reigns. It also signed on Wendy Shay right after Ebony, trying to walk Wendy Shay in the shadows of Ebony Reigns. Depending on who you ask, they will tell you, oh, it worked or it didn't work. But you see this guy here called Ruff. He didn't call himself Ruff for nothing. In fact, he went through rough times. There was a time he was almost a houseboy. I'm just being so decent. A houseboy to a media magnate, a media Mongol, Bolar, Anochi, Adisi. This is the guy. Bolar. When you meet him, you say, Wale'S! SK. My God. This is Bolar, a very beautiful MC. He is a fine radio presenter. And I think he's also a businessman. He wrote a book about his life. Many people thought it was too early to do that. But my brother, no matter how small your achievements are, if you don't trumpet them, nobody will do that for you. This is Bolar. So, Ruff, now called Bullet, became almost like his houseboy, cleaning the tin. How did he get close to Bolar? He took a CD to him and said, you know, I'm a singer and I need you to help me play my music on radio and also manage me. And Bolar said, okay, I'll listen to the tin, and took it away. Through that, he will come and ask him, boss, have you listened to my music? Oh, yeah, I've listened to it. I'm working on it and all that. And then he got the chance to get so close to him, clean his house. One day he was cleaning his house, and in a dirty corner, somewhere in the room, he saw the CD that he had given to Bolar to listen to. It had not even been opened. That means Bolar never really listened to that CD. He's a busy man. He gets hundreds of CDs. I don't know if he still does. And he looked at the CD and said, hey, Radde, my brag, I have suffered in vain. This man hasn't listened to the music. He said, it was around that time he decided to look elsewhere. But Bolar supported him and gave him some capital to start Ruff Town Records. After their group, Ruff and Tough, fell, I beg your pardon, Ruff and Smooth fell apart. They had made some beautiful hits. But when the hits were no longer coming, prophetic vibes went in between them, spiritual vibes, they separated. And Smooth decided to go on a solo journey, whilst Ruff decided to be a manager of musicians. And it looked like he succeeded a lot. With Ebony Reigns, they made money. When Ebony died, they sold her catalog of music and made so much cash. With the help of the family, they were able to come to a certain agreement and share the money nicely. He's built an empire for himself. He drives one of the best cars in town. And of course, with Wendy Shay, he's made some, good hits, left, right, and center. Of course, not as big as Ebony. But you can say that those were humble hits and very beautiful management skills he gave out to support the artist called Wendy Shay. He's still with her, though they've had disagreements in the past and all that. So this is a guy who is quite respected on the music scene. Shatta was arrested. And the gentleman here granted an interview. And in this interview, he said that the system is making sure that musicians don't make money. They want musicians to be poor. But Shatta has come to teach Ghanaians how to actually charge for shows. According to him, even with Ruff and Smooth, when they were so big, the highest amount of money they ever charged to play any concert was 3,000 Ghana cedis. They never played live, yes? They mimed. My brother, my sister, 3,000. But today, Shatta has taught them how to charge 200,000 Ghana cedis, 300,000 Ghana cedis, 400,000 Ghana cedis, and even more, which is correct. And I've said this time and again. Now, he said Boys are now able to build mansions for themselves. Boys are also able, in fact, to drive the best cars in town. And now the system is not happy that musicians are making money. So the system is witch hunting musicians in Ghana. And Shatta Wale is nothing but an artist who is being witch hunted by the system. That's what he said. And this is my proof from Graphic Online. Shatta Wale's arrest is witch hunt. And this is Bullet saying that. We have the video as well, right? Now, artist, manager, and musician Bullet has defended Shatta Wale following the latter's arrest by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, on Wednesday, August 20, saying the arrest was nothing but a witch hunt designed to suppress the creative industry. I think it is more of witch hunting. Bullet stated, there is more to it than people might not even understand. There is more to it that people might not even understand. The system has been designed for musicians and celebrities to be poor, so they can suppress us. Bullet believes that the system is unhappy with the success of musicians like Shatta Wale, who have been able to break and mold the mold and achieve financial success. They don't understand that a musician has been able to make so much money. They don't understand that a musician has been able to build a house in Trasaco, own Shaxi company, own estates, and be doing oil businesses. So the system will hold you back and tell you that you can never make it or shouldn't make it. Nobody should be happy that Shatta Wale has been arrested, he stated. The rapper also credited Shatta Wale for changing the game for musicians in Ghana, allowing them to charge higher fees for their performances. Back in the day, even when we were A-list artists, the highest we received was 3,000 cedis. Shatta Wale came into the industry and changed everything. That's it. My brother, it's quite a long video. I'm not going to play that video. But this story has captured it properly. I'm not going to deny that Shatta Wale has worked very hard. I'm not going to deny that Shatta Wale has talent. My brother, I won't also deny that Shatta has changed the game when it comes to charging fees to perform. This we have said over and over. But what is the witch hunting in this? We cry that there is crime in our country. An artist has gone to buy a certain yellow Lambo. The amount the Lambo is supposed to be bought for, it was bought for almost half that, according to the artist. It came out that the FBI is interested in this Lambo because the original owner of the Lambo was shot and killed, and the same Lambo was sold, and another criminal who is serving 7 years in prison by name Kwabna Amwa used stolen money to buy the Lambo and shipped it to Ghana. It got into the hands of another car thief, the king of stolen cars in Ghana. My brother, my sister, who is friends with Shatta Wale. However, it went through the streets. As Shatta Wale said, it got into the hands of one Zach, according to Shatta Wale. And he bought it from him without a receipt, nothing. With all these stories pieced up, my very good friend Bullet still thinks that there's a witch hunt. What is a witch hunt? Are you truly serious? Do you want to see a better Ghana? Or you just want to follow populist propaganda? Oh, this person has fans. The fans are there. There are many. So let me also support the person and get a good face. That doesn't make sense, brethren. In Jamaica, Bounty Killer, Elephant Man, Beanie Man, and just a few days ago, Christopher Martin. The same kind of business, stolen cars brought into the country. Are they fighting musicians? Is Woon to me a musician? They have seized 6 of his cars, all stolen. Is he a musician? Today on the streets of Accra, if you are driving any car that the police suspects, now they have something to track it and be able to tell that this is a stolen car, you are arrested. They don't ask you whether you are a musician or not before they track you. They are arresting people. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? I am sure if the owner of the yellow Lambo, who allegedly was shot and killed, was Bolar's family, he won't call this a witch hunt. Let's be serious. You see, Black Rasta, I don't look at face when it comes to Ghana. I look at Ghana first. It doesn't matter if you have trillions of fans. Me alone are more than super trillion. We will stand and fight for Ghana. How do you call this witch hunt? Are you serious? Have you heard the story? Or you just want to say it so that fans will say, hey, so that after that, what? Let's be serious, my brother. Let's be serious. Iyoko has shown a lot of respect to Shatta. They went and took the car. He said, oh, don't take it. You go. Me, myself, I'll drive it and come. He did. They went away. He took the car there. Oh, don't let anybody hear. I don't want my fans to hear it to, disturb them. And also some other artists in Nigeria and other places, if they hear that, they might tease me. Iyoko says, don't worry. My brother, my sister, till a couple of months later, when Shatta himself came out with the story. Iyoko came to my house. They did this. They did this. Iyoko never came out publicly to say that. So right now, if he himself has come to say that, and Iyoko has come to issue a formal report and is investigating it, you say it's witch hunt? When is Ghana going to prosper? Instead of calling this a witch hunt, let us push them to chase politicians like they are chasing Kedoforiata, who allegedly has run away with our money. Agrada is in jail. Is that witch hunt? Is that witch hunt? People are going to jail one after the other. If your favorite artist or your friend is involved in this, use common sense. It's good to go out there and support them and say that, well, the system must work, but you are here in solidarity and all that. But don't say free the person. You are undermining the same authorities that your taxes are being used to pay to work. You see, years later, people would see that what I'm saying makes sense. But right now, a lot of them are high on tramadol. Some are high on cocaine. Some are high, they are junkies. So they don't understand the sense we are making. They think that we are fighting some people. Years to come, maybe when we are not here anymore, people will play back this tape and say, papa. I say in America, a father can call police on his son. A mother can call the police and the authorities on her daughter because they've seen something suspicious. When are we going to start trusting our authorities? Dirty criminal Woon to me, thief like Woon to me, was arrested by Iyoko, and silly people went to sit down there that free Woon to me. What is that? When are we going to have peace? When are we going to have proper sanity in our country? Anybody who is arrested, the fans go out there and say, free the person. Even Woon to me has fans. Woon to me, he has fans. They went there. They want NPP people are arrested. NPP people go and sit down. Silly. Free this person. So when will the authorities work? How do you expect sanity in the system? You see, people like us will speak the hard truth because we are not scared of anybody. This is the hard truth. Tell me if what I'm saying doesn't make sense. Any idiot who is arrested, and I use idiot very carefully, politicians who everybody knows are destroying our country, they are arrested, and all these guys go and sit down there, free the person. Some are even doing yoga. They cross their legs and they are chanting. Chanting. How do they even chant? Because they want this person to be freed. Let's be serious. So, Bullet, with all respect, I know it is frustrating to make music and not make money. You are not the only person who is frustrated by that. I am frustrated too. A lot of musicians. Shatta himself is frustrated. There's no musician today in the world who is not frustrated that the music business has become something else. Everybody, Jay-Z and the rest. A lot of them have pulled down their music from social media and the rest of it in frustration. We are not the only people who are frustrated. When the law is beginning to work, let us support the law, but let us also support our persons. You can come and support Black Rasta if Iyoko invites me, but I will be unhappy with you if you start saying free Black Rasta. Why? Have they finished with the investigations? Unless it is so politically clear that these people are misbehaving. How do you know it's politically clear? There are no facts to the case. Everything is absurd, like they did in the days of Idi Amin and in some cases Rawlings and all that. You all know that this one there, Darby, is a political thing. Any which way, we want to thank the authorities for working, especially those who are working. Galamsey is still staring at us. Our own people are going there and taking money. Some Ghanaians don't understand that. Oh, say gold no dear, say one two say be say. My own three say yam two be say. At the end I'll be am pen ekwe ya de no so am say. You see, the mindset is so low and weak. Utu gold no we are. Ese assassino. Ese nsuo no. Uni mumma. Mu be yare. Woo by heart. They don't see that. They are only thinking about the plates of food in their hand. If you think like that, no, you are not deserving to be called human. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo, where we speak truth to power. Make sure that your comments come in. What do you think about some of these issues? It's not a monologue. In fact, it is a dialogue. Bring, I bring. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo, where we speak truth to power.